Have you ever noticed this? It's early in the morning. You've just woken up. You swing your legs over the side of the bed and stand up, but your legs, they feel like they're carrying 1,000 pounds. You take a few steps and suddenly your knees don't feel as flexible anymore. Your calves feel stiff and heavy, and you find yourself reaching out, grabbing the edge of the bed or the wall just to keep your balance. If you're nodding right now, let me tell you, you're not alone. I have a patient, her name is Martha. She's 68. She used to love gardening, and every morning she'd take a walk around her neighborhood. But one day she came to me and said, "Doctor, I don't understand. I'm not seriously ill, but lately, every morning when I wake up, my legs just feel so heavy, like they're not even mine anymore. Even just standing up takes all my effort." I looked at Martha and I knew exactly what was happening. It's something called sarcopenia, a fancy word that sounds complicated, but really, it's quite simple. It's the gradual loss of muscle as we age. Sarcopenia, the silent thief of your legs. Did you know, after the age of 60, our bodies start losing about 3% to 5% of muscle mass every decade, and most of that loss happens in our legs. The scary part? It doesn't hurt. It comes quietly. No alarms, no bruises or swelling to warn you. One day, you realize you can't climb the stairs like you used to. You notice it's harder to get up from the sofa without pushing off with your hands. And then, one morning, you step out onto your porch, catch your foot on a step, and nearly fall. That's how sarcopenia steals from us, not just our muscle, but the most precious thing we have, our independence. Why is it worse in the morning? I want you to picture this. Your body, after 7 to 8 hours of sleep without food, is in a state called catabolic. What does that mean? It's like when your car runs out of gas, and it starts burning its own parts just to keep running. In your body, that reserve fuel isn't fat. It's your muscle. And your legs, with the largest muscle groups in your body, are the first victims. I have a patient. His name is Robert. He's 72. Robert spent his whole life as a construction worker. Strong, capable, never afraid of hard labor. But one day he said to me, "Doc, I never thought I'd be afraid, just to stand up from a chair." He told me every morning his legs felt shaky, like an old machine needing oil. He had started skipping breakfast, drinking only black coffee before doing his chores. But here's the thing, that habit made it worse. On an empty stomach, his body kept eating away at his own muscles to create energy. And then I shared this with him. A study from Tufts University found that older adults who eat a breakfast rich in protein and minerals within 60 minutes of waking up can retain up to 35% more leg strength in just 8 weeks. Imagine that. Just by having a proper breakfast, something so many people skip. You could stand up from a chair without using your hands, walk with confidence again, and cut your risk of falling by 72%. Let me ask you this. When you say this, have you ever really thought about the value of your legs? Not just as tools for walking, but as a symbol of your freedom, your independence, the freedom to step out into your garden, to take a stroll with your loved one, to pick up your grandchild and hold them tight without worrying about losing your balance. So why do we let something as silent as sarcopenia take that away from us? Here's the good news. You can reverse this process. And the best part, you don't need expensive medication. You don't need fancy gym equipment. All you need is to start with your breakfast, the right timing, and the right foods. I've worked with hundreds of patients over 60, and you know what I've noticed? The ones who cared for their legs starting at breakfast, they held on to their independence longer. They lived healthier, happier lives. You can be one of them too. Just remember this. Tomorrow morning, give your body a small gift. The first meal of the day, like filling up your car's tank before a journey. Let your legs carry you to the places you love. The garden, the beach, the park where your grandchildren laugh and play. With the right breakfast, you can keep that strength, that balance, and most of all, your independence. So tell me, what will you choose for breakfast tomorrow to protect your legs? Leave your answer in the comments below. Your story just might inspire someone else. Did you know? Did you know our legs don't grow weak because of age? They grow weak because every morning we forget to feed them the right way. Today I want to share with you 10 simple breakfast foods that I've recommended to hundreds of my patients over 60. Foods that help them walk with confidence again, without worrying about falling, without having to grab onto armrests every time they stand up. And I promise you, they aren't expensive superfoods. They're simple, everyday foods. Most of them are probably already sitting in your kitchen right now. Avocado, a friend for flexible, strong legs. Have you ever felt your legs go numb after sitting for too long? Or maybe you take just a few steps and your calves already feel tight and strained. Avocados can help. This little green fruit is packed with healthy fats, potassium and magnesium, 3 bodyguards that keep your muscles and nerves working smoothly. It's like oiling up rusty joints so they can move freely again. I remember a patient of mine, Susan, 67. She used to feel terrified every time she had to walk down the stairs because her legs would tremble so much. I suggested she start adding half an avocado to her breakfast, maybe with a slice of whole grain bread. 3 weeks later, she called me, her voice full of relief. "Doctor, I'm no longer afraid of going down the stairs. My legs feel oiled, smooth, steady." Whole eggs, the key to jump-starting your muscles. You've probably heard this one before. Eggs raise cholesterol, but for people over 60, skipping eggs might actually be a mistake. Eggs, especially the yolks, are rich in leucine, an essential amino acid that helps kickstart the process of building muscle. They also deliver vitamin D and B12, which keep your nerves and muscles working together smoothly and help lower your risk of falls. I often joke with my patients, 2 eggs in the morning cost a lot less than a trip to physical therapy. Oats and chia seeds, the long-lasting energy duo. Think of your muscles like a car. They need steady fuel to keep running smoothly. Oats provide complex carbohydrates, the clean fuel your muscles crave to stay strong and energized throughout the morning. Chia seeds, on the other hand, are like tiny power cells, packed with omega-3s, magnesium, and calcium, helping to fight off leg cramps and that tingling numbness in your feet. I had a patient, Margaret, 72, who used to wake up almost every night from painful leg cramps. I suggested she try a warm bowl of oats with chia seeds and a few slices of banana for breakfast. Just 10 days later, she sent me a message. "Doctor, I slept through the whole night. No more leg cramps waking me up." Almonds, the anti-inflammation gatekeeper. Did you know that silent inflammation is one of the key reasons your muscles grow weaker over time? Almonds are packed with vitamin E, magnesium, and powerful antioxidants that help extinguish those tiny flames of inflammation smoldering in your muscles. Just a small handful, about 20 almonds, each morning. So simple, yet it can make standing up after breakfast feel so much easier. Sweet Team sweet potato plus Celtic sea salt, the duo that revives your legs. It may sound like a simple, ordinary dish, but it's surprisingly powerful. Sweet potatoes deliver complex carbs and potassium, helping your muscles refill their energy stores after a long night. Sea salt, rich in over 80 trace minerals, restores your electrolytes, helping to prevent numbness in those dreaded leg cramps. Try eating half a warm sweet potato with a pinch of Celtic salt first thing in the morning. Your legs will thank you for it. Walnuts, nutrition for your nerves and muscles. Walnuts are packed with plant-based omega-3s that help improve the signals traveling from your brain to your muscles. The result? Fewer stumbles, steadier steps, and more confidence in every movement. I remember one of my patients, George, 70. He once told me, "I thought I'd have to start using a cane, but after just 2 months of adding walnuts to my breakfast, I'm walking around the park without it." 7. Greek yogurt, the muscle rebuilding companion. Greek yogurt is rich in casein protein, which digests slowly and keeps feeding your muscles throughout the morning. It's also packed with probiotics that support digestion and help your body absorb nutrients more effectively, eating up muscle recovery. Imaginus or mackerel, the ultimate muscle protector. Twice a week, try adding salmon or mackerel to your breakfast. They're loaded with omega-3s, EPA, DHA, that reduce inflammation, support muscle tissue repair, and help you walk with lighter, more fluid steps. Pain, 9. Banana, nature's electrolyte pill, A single banana provides potassium, an essential nutrient that helps your muscles contract and relax smoothly, reducing cramps. But if you have diabetes or kidney issues, go for a slightly underripe banana to avoid blood sugar spikes. 10. Chickpeas, a sustainable plant-based protein. Chickpeas are loaded with protein, zinc, and iron, supporting the creation of new muscle fibers. You can mash chickpeas into hummus and spread it on whole grain bread. A nutritious and delicious start to your morning. Do you see it now? There's no magic pill that can do what a nutrient-rich breakfast does. Give your legs the best start every morning so they can continue carrying you to the garden, the park, or on peaceful walks with your loved ones. Tomorrow morning, which of these 10 foods will you choose to nourish your legs? Comment below. I'd love to hear your story. And coming up next, I'll break down the science behind these 10 breakfast superfoods and how each one supports your strength and independence. Have you ever felt like your legs are weighed down every morning? Like they're no longer a flexible part of your body, but two stiff wooden posts awkwardly attached beneath you? I ask because almost everyone over 60 has had a morning like that. I know, I've been there too. But today I want to tell you about a small, green, creamy friend that can change all of that. I'm talking about the avocado. When I was younger, I didn't pay much attention to avocados. That slippery, rich fruit, I thought of it as just a side dish. But after 30 years of working with thousands of older patients, I've come to realize avocado isn't just a food, it's a natural medicine for legs crying out for help. Did you know? In just half of a small avocado, there's about 485 milligrams of potassium, a mineral that helps your muscles contract and relax smoothly, preventing cramps. It also contains magnesium, which helps calm tight, stiff muscle fibers in the early hours of the day. Elaine used to be a yoga teacher, but after retiring, she started to feel like her legs had lost their flexibility. She told me, "Every morning, it's the same. I stand up and my calves feel stiff as a board. A few steps feel like I'm dragging my whole body." I asked her about her breakfast routine, and honestly, I wasn't surprised by her answer. "I just drink black coffee, doctor. I thought it would keep things light." But here's the truth. Black coffee on an empty stomach only pushes your body further into a catabolic state, where it burns its own muscle for energy. So I suggested Elaine try adding half an avocado on whole grain toast, along with a boiled egg. 3 weeks later, she called me, her voice filled with excitement. "My legs feel soft and supple again. I'm back to walking around the park every morning, and I don't even need my cane." Why are avocados good for your legs? Researchers at the University of California discovered that the monosaturated fats in avocados help reduce inflammation in muscle tissue. And silent inflammation, it's the hidden enemy that weakens your muscles as you age, like a slow-burning fire, quietly eating away at your strength without you even noticing. But that's not all. Avocados also provide folate and vitamin K, which support better blood flow to the muscles in your legs. And where blood flows freely, bringing oxygen and nutrients, muscles stay healthy and strong. Are you missing a golden opportunity each morning? I want you to picture this. Tomorrow morning you wake up. You head to the kitchen, take half an avocado, spread it on a slice of whole grain toast, and sprinkle a few flax seeds on top. As you take your first bite, your body starts to refuel. Instead of breaking down your muscles, it begins to repair them. Instead of cramps, you feel your legs moving more freely as you step down the stairs. You see, one simple breakfast can be the beginning of stronger, healthier legs. I'm 60 years old too. I'm 60 years old. I know how it feels when your body doesn't move the way it used to, but I believe this with all my heart. We don't grow weak because of age. We grow weak because of the small choices we make day after day. Tomorrow morning you have a choice. A cup of black coffee on an empty stomach, or half an avocado, your little green friend silently protecting your legs, helping you keep walking life's long road. So, are you ready to try half an avocado tomorrow morning? Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your story. I have a small question for you. Do you remember the last time You're Johnson. You stood up from the sofa without using your hands. Most of my patients, men and women in their 60s and 70s, go silent when I ask this. They think it's just part of getting older. But as a doctor, I know this isn't inevitable. And today, I want to share with you a simple food we often overlook, but it might just be the key to bringing back strength to your legs. That food is whole eggs. I still remember Walter, a 74-year-old retired engineer. At one appointment, he sighed deeply and said, "Doc, my legs aren't what they used to be. Sitting down is easy, but standing up feels like a struggle. I feel weak." I asked him about his breakfast habits. He chuckled. "I only drink coffee. Eggs? I've been afraid of cholesterol all my life." That's a common misconception, one I've heard from so many in my generation. But modern science tells us a very different story. What does science say about eggs and muscle? Eggs, especially the yolks, contain an amino acid called leucine, which scientists often refer to as the on switch for muscle building. A study from the University of Illinois found that older adults who ate 2 eggs every morning for 8 weeks saw significant improvements in leg strength, better balance, and a reduced risk of falls. Eggs also provide vitamin B12, which protects the myelin, the sheath around your nerves that helps signals travel smoothly from your brain to your legs. When this sheath weakens, your legs can feel shaky and unsteady. I told Walter, "Try 2 boiled eggs every morning. It's simple, but it could change everything." At first, he was hesitant, but after just 4 weeks, he came back to my clinic with a beaming smile. "Doctor, I don't need to use my hands to stand up anymore. I'm back to walking around my garden every morning. No more fear of falling." You see, sometimes just one small change at breakfast can lead to a big turning point. Polled the best way to eat eggs after 60. Eat 2 boiled eggs within 30 to 60 minutes of waking up to start top your body from breaking down muscle for energy. For variety, try scrambled eggs with spinach or an omelet with tomatoes for added antioxidants. And don't skip the yolk. That's where the vitamin D, choline, and leucine your muscles need are found. Really ovelled about cholesterol. I've heard many patients ask me, "Doctor, don't eggs raise cholesterol?" But the latest studies confirm this. For healthy individuals, eating 1-2 eggs a day does not raise bad cholesterol, LDL. In fact, eggs may even boost your good cholesterol, HDL, the kind that protects your heart. So unless you have severe cholesterol issues, go ahead and enjoy your eggs with confidence. Last thought, age doesn't take away the strength in your legs. It's the habit of skipping breakfast that does. Tomorrow morning, instead of just black coffee, try 2 eggs. It's not just a meal. It's a reminder that you're still in charge of your body, that you can still stand tall and walk with confidence. If you're ready to add 2 eggs to your morning to protect your legs, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your story. Imagine your legs are like an old car, a faithful companion that's carried you through the years. But this morning, when you turn the key, the engine sputters, it struggles, the tank is empty. Have you ever felt that way? Your legs trembling as you step out of bed, those first few steps so heavy, like you're dragging your whole body behind you. As a doctor, let me tell you something. This isn't just getting old. It's your muscles crying out for fuel. And the solution? It's often so simple, it might surprise you. A warm bowl of oats with chia seeds in the morning. Henry was a retired piano player. He loved his morning walks, but lately his legs weren't cooperating. He told me, "Doc, I can barely walk a few hundred meters before my calves feel like they're giving up." I thought it was just age. I figured I had to accept it. I asked him about his breakfast routine. He gave a sheepish smile. "Just black coffee. I'm not really hungry in the mornings." I shook my head. "You're not hungry because your body is already pulling energy from your muscles, especially your legs. That's why they're starting to weaken." I suggested he try a warm bowl of oats with chia seeds, a drizzle of honey, and a few banana slices. 2 weeks later, Henry came back with a big smile on his face. "Doc, I'm walking a full kilometer around the lake every morning now. My legs don't feel like they're made of lead anymore." Did you know oats are rich in beta-glucan, a type of soluble fiber that helps stabilize your blood sugar and provides steady energy for your muscles. This is especially important because after a long night's sleep, your body is desperate for clean fuel. And chia seeds, though tiny, they're a treasure trove of nutrients, omega-3s to reduce inflammation in your muscles, magnesium and calcium to support smooth muscle contractions and prevent cramps, plant-based protein to help maintain muscle mass, an essential defense against sarcopenia. A study from Harvard found older adults who ate a breakfast rich in complex carbs and protein had a 33% lower risk of falling than those who skipped breakfast. Are you skipping the most important meal of the day? Tomorrow morning, instead of just sipping on black coffee, imagine this. You cook up a warm bowl of oats, stir in a spoonful of chia seeds, and top it with a few slices of banana or strawberries. The gentle aroma fills your kitchen. You sit down and eat slowly, and your legs, like a car with a full tank, begin to regain their strength and flexibility. A simple recipe for busy mornings. Take 3 tablespoons of rolled oats and cook with 200 milliliters of milk or nut milk until soft. Stir in 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, cover the pot, and let it sit for 5 minutes to allow the chia to expand. Add your toppings, banana slices, a few walnuts, or a drizzle of raw honey for extra flavor and nutrients. Eat within 60 minutes of waking up to stop your body from breaking down muscle for energy. My friend, age may slow us down, but it should never take away our right to care for our legs every morning. A bowl of oats with chia seeds doesn't just feed your muscles. It nourishes your independence, your confidence to walk tall, the freedom you deserve at 60, 70, or even 80. Tomorrow morning, are you ready to try a warm bowl of oats and feel your steps grow lighter? Leave a comment to share your experience. Your story might inspire someone else. Did you know? The weakness, trembling, and aches in your legs aren't always about age. Often, there's a quieter, more dangerous enemy at work: silent inflammation. I've had so many patients tell me, "Doctor, I haven't had any injury or major illness, but my legs keep getting weaker. Every step feels heavier." That's a classic sign of chronic inflammation, a tiny flame burning in your muscles, slowly draining your strength without you even noticing. But today, let me introduce you to a small but powerful guardian: almonds. Linda was a retired nurse, once active and fond of long morning walks. But over the past 3 years, she began noticing tingling and weakness in her legs every morning. She told me, "My legs don't feel as flexible anymore. After just a few minutes of walking, my calves heat up and ache." When I asked about her breakfast, she smiled sheepishly. "Honestly, I just have black coffee and a slice of white bread. I never thought about eating for my muscles." I suggested to Linda, "Each morning eat a small handful of almonds, about 20 nuts. Don't underestimate them. They'll help put out that quiet fire burning in your legs." 3 weeks later, she returned to my office with a glowing face. "Doctor, the burning and tingling are gone. I'm walking around the neighborhood with my husband every morning again." What's in a handful of almonds? Vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant protecting muscle cell membranes from damage caused by inflammation. Magnesium helps relax your muscles, reducing stiffness and cramps. Plant-based protein and healthy fats support lean muscle mass, crucial for fighting sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss. A Harvard study even found that older adults who ate nuts, especially almonds at least 5 times a week, reduced their risk of chronic inflammation by up to 35% and significantly improved their muscle strength. Why are almonds so important in the morning? After a long night, your body wakes up starving for antioxidants. And if you don't give it enough, chronic inflammation gets its chance to take hold. Picture this. Tomorrow morning, you wake up, pour yourself a warm glass of water, and slowly chew a handful of almonds. The satisfying crunch, the rich nutty aroma, and with every bite, you're giving your muscles a suit of armor to fight the aging process. Black male almonds for stronger legs, especially after 60. Eat about 20 almonds, roughly a small handful, each morning. Soak them overnight in warm water to soften and make them easier to digest. Pair them with oats, Greek yogurt, or enjoy them on their own as a simple snack. A gentle reminder, if you have Interview a secure digestive issues or sensitive teeth. Go for sliced almonds or natural almond butter, no added sugar or salt. And remember, don't overdo it. Just 20 almonds are enough to protect your legs without worrying about weight gain. Theological are the foundation of your independence. But that foundation weakens if we let the quiet flame of inflammation burn unchecked day after day. A handful of almonds each morning, so small yet powerful enough to be your loyal gatekeeper, keeping your legs strong and steady. Submissive, you ready? Will you try eating 20 almonds tomorrow morning to protect your legs? Leave a comment below. Your story might inspire someone else. Have you ever felt your legs buckling under you as you step out of bed? That heavy tingling sensation, as if your muscles are crying out after a long night? I've heard this question from hundreds of patients over the past 30 years. And the answer, surprisingly, doesn't lie in expensive gyms or bitter pills. It lies in something simple, humble. A warm, steamed sweet potato with a pinch of Celtic sea salt. Frank was a truck driver. He spent his whole life on the open road, covering miles and miles every day. But after retiring, he realized his legs no longer obeyed him the way they used to. He spoke to me in a low, heavy voice. "Doctor, every morning when I stand up, my legs feel like wooden posts. I have to grab onto the bed just to manage a few steps." I asked about his breakfast habits. He gave a wry smile. "Honestly, I usually skip it. I'm not hungry. I just drink a little water and get on with my day." I explained. "Frank, after 7 to 8 hours of sleep, your body enters a prolonged fasting state. If you don't give it energy right away, it starts breaking down muscle, especially in your legs, to fuel itself. That's why your legs grow weaker each morning." Then I gave him one simple suggestion. Before your main breakfast, try eating half a steamed sweet potato with a pinch of Celtic sea salt. It'll give your legs the fuel they need as soon as you wake up. Why do sweet potatoes and Celtic salt revive your legs? Sweet potatoes are an excellent source of complex carbohydrates, the clean fuel that replenishes glycogen in your muscles after a long night. Unlike white bread or refined sugar, they don't cause sudden blood sugar spikes. Instead, they provide steady energy so your legs don't feel tired with every step. Celtic sea salt is worlds apart from regular table salt. It contains over 80 trace minerals, including magnesium, helps relax your muscles and reduces cramps. Potassium balances electrolytes and keeps muscle fibers contracting smoothly. Calcium and zinc support nerve-to-muscle communication, reducing shakiness and numbness. A study from the French Institute of Mineral Nutrition found older adults who ate a breakfast rich in natural minerals, like sweet potatoes with Celtic salt, for 3 months reduced their risk of falling by 50% and significantly improved their ability to stand up and walk. 3 weeks later, Frank returned to my office with a bright smile on his face. "Doctor, my legs feel recharged. I don't have to hold onto the bed anymore. I even walked out onto the porch this morning to watch the sunrise, and I wasn't afraid of falling." I smiled back at him. "It's amazing, isn't it? Just a little sweet potato and it changed your whole day." Imagine this. Tomorrow morning you wake up. Instead of rushing to make coffee or turning on the TV, you take out half a steamed sweet potato you prepared the night before. You sprinkle a little Celtic sea salt on top and eat it slowly with a warm glass of water. As each sweet, tender bite melts in your mouth, your body begins to awaken. Your muscles get the fuel they've been craving. Your legs, the foundation of your independence, suddenly feel lighter. A simple routine for older adults. Steam 2 to 3 small sweet potatoes the night before for convenience. In the morning, eat half a sweet potato with 1/5 teaspoon of Celtic sea salt within 10 minutes of waking up. Drink a warm 250 ml glass of water to rehydrate after the night's fast. Wait 15-20 minutes, then enjoy your main breakfast, eggs, oats, Greek yogurt. Trolley for your loyal companion. Your legs have been your most faithful companion. They've carried you through life's highs and lows, from your very first steps to all the long roads you've walked. Don't let them grow weak simply because breakfast was overlooked. A simple sweet potato and a pinch of Celtic salt, so small, so humble, yet it might be the most powerful gift you give your legs each day. Are you ready? Will you try steamed sweet potato with Celtic salt tomorrow morning and feel your legs come alive again? Share your experience below. Your story might be the inspiration someone else needs. Have you ever walked through your home and felt like your legs weren't fully connected to you? Brain. A little tingling, a little trembling. Sometimes you even glance down just to make sure your legs are still there. This is one of the most common signs in people over 60. And as a doctor, I understand that quiet fear. The fear that one day your legs might no longer listen to you, that every step could become a risk. Today, I want to introduce you to a small gift from nature. Walnuts. A tiny nut packed with the power to nourish your neuromuscular system and help you walk with confidence again. Sylvia was a ballet dancer in her youth, graceful, strong, and full of life. But these days, every morning, she feels her legs responding more slowly. Doctor, I have to grip the handrail tightly just to go down the stairs. Sometimes I can't even feel my toes. When I asked her about her diet, she admitted, I never really thought about eating for my legs. I figured exercise was enough. I suggested she try adding 6 to 8 walnuts to her breakfast each morning. Just 5 weeks later, Livia returned with her eyes shining brightly. I don't have to look down at my feet anymore when I walk. They're responding so much better, lighter, more agile, just like they used to be. Why are walnuts good for neuromuscular health? Walnuts are one of the few foods rich in plant-based omega-3 ALA, an essential fat that reduces inflammation and protects the myelin sheath around your nerves. When the myelin is healthy, signals from your brain reach your muscles quickly and accurately. This means less trembling, steadier steps, reduced tingling and leg cramps. Walnuts also provide polyphenols, powerful antioxidants that protect nerve cells, magnesium, copper, and manganese, minerals that support smooth nerve transmission and muscle contractions. A study from the University of California found adults over 60 who ate 30 grams of walnuts daily for 6 months significantly improved their balance and reduced their risk of falling by up to 28%. Interceptions. Are you overlooking yours strength? Imagine this. Tomorrow morning, you take 6 to 8 walnuts, chew slowly, and let the nutty, buttery flavor fill your mouth. Each bite releases plant-based omega-3s like tiny drops of oil, lubricating your nerve pathways, gently waking up your legs. Sometimes the biggest difference comes from the smallest changes. How to eat walnuts for stronger legs. Eat 6 to 8 raw walnuts every morning, about a small handful. Enjoy them on their own or sprinkle them over a bowl of oats or Greek yogurt for added flavor and nutrients. If you have sensitive digestion, try soaking walnuts in warm water overnight to soften them and make them easier to absorb. My friend, I've seen so many people in their 70s and 80s walking unsteadily as if they're feeling their way forward because their neuromuscular system is no longer sharp. But I've also seen those same people regain their steadiness simply by nourishing their bodies with the right choices. Walnuts aren't a magic cure, are a small, vital first step, one that helps your legs keep carrying you down the paths you love. Are you ready to add 6 walnuts to your breakfast tomorrow and feel the difference? Leave a comment below. Your story might inspire someone else. Did you know? Our muscles are like an old house. If they're not maintained every day, one brick at a time will crumble, and one day the whole structure collapses quietly without warning. I've seen so many patients walk into my clinic carrying the same fear, losing the ability to stand strong on their own legs. And I understand, that fear is greater than any pain. Sluggish a steadfast ally, Greek yogurt. Today, I want to introduce you to a small but mighty friend, Greek yogurt, a steadfast ally in rebuilding muscle, especially in your legs, the very foundation that supports you through life. I remember James, a former tennis coach. After turning 65, he started feeling like his body was betraying him. Doctor, every morning when I stand up, my legs feel powerless. I have to push with my hands just to get out of bed. James's breakfast transformation. He told me about his morning routine. Just coffee, doctor. I'm never really hungry. I smiled and said, your muscles haven't eaten all night either. If you keep starving them in the morning, they'll grow weaker. just like a roof that's never repaired. I suggested James try something simple. Every morning have a 170-gram serving of Greek yogurt with a few walnuts or strawberries on top. 6 weeks later, James came back with his eyes bright and full of life. "Doctor, my legs feel stronger. I can stand up without using my hands, and I've even started walking around the tennis court every morning again." Battleground, why does Greek yogurt help rebuild muscle? The magic of Greek yogurt lies in its high protein content, double that of regular yogurt, about 17 grams per 170-gram serving. This protein digests slowly, casein, nourishing your muscles throughout the morning and preventing your body from entering a catabolic state where it begins breaking down muscle for energy. Greek yogurt also contains leucine, a key amino acid that triggers muscle protein synthesis, calcium and vitamin D to strengthen bones and support smooth coordination between nerves and muscles, probiotics to improve digestion and help your body absorb the nutrients your muscles need to recover. A study from Maastricht University in the Netherlands found older adults who consumed 20 grams of high-quality protein at breakfast significantly improved leg strength in just 6 weeks, even with minimal exercise. Imagine this. Tomorrow morning, instead of rushing out the door with just coffee, you reach for a cool, creamy serving of Greek yogurt. You sprinkle a few walnuts and berries on top. As you eat slowly, each spoonful sends a message to your body. Rebuild, recover. And then you notice your legs start responding. You stand up more easily. Your steps feel steadier, more confident. How to use Greek yogurt after 60. Eat 170 grams, 1 small cup, of Greek yogurt in the morning within 60 minutes of waking up. Add chia seeds, walnuts, or fresh fruit to boost flavor and nutrition. Choose low sugar or unsweetened varieties to avoid blood sugar spikes. If you're lactose intolerant, try lactose-free Greek yogurt or one made from goat's milk. Underfend. My friend our muscles don't disappear overnight. They fade away little by little each morning we skip breakfast. But here's the good news. They can also rebuild, little by little, with small, consistent choices. A cup of Greek yogurt isn't just breakfast. It's a gift to your legs, so they can keep carrying you to the places and people you love. Are you ready to try a cup of Greek yogurt tomorrow morning and feel your legs grow stronger each day? Share your experience below. Your story might give someone else the courage to start. That Joe and Hollis commemorate. Have you ever felt your legs losing strength, little by little, like every step feels heavier, not because of age, but because of something deeper inside? I call that the silent weakening of the muscles. In medicine, we call it sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss. But you know what? There's a gift from the sea that can help us fight back. That gift is salmon. Margaret was a music teacher, her life filled with graceful steps across the classroom floor. But after turning 70, her legs began to betray her. "Doctor, every morning I have to hold onto the table to stand up. A few steps and my knees start trembling, with a dull ache that doesn't go away." When I asked about her diet, she gave me a sad smile. "I don't eat much fish. Cooking feels like too much effort now, so I usually just have noodles or bread in the morning." I looked at her gently and said, "Your legs are crying out for the nutrients only the sea can give, omega-3s. Then I advised, at least twice a week, have a portion of pan-seared salmon in the morning. Your legs will thank you for it. Why? Salmon is a shield for your muscles. Salmon is a fantastic source of omega-3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA, two powerful nutrients proven to reduce chronic inflammation, one of the main reasons muscles weaken with age. Improve insulin sensitivity, helping your muscles absorb protein and glucose more effectively, which supports regeneration and strength. Protect muscle tissue from degeneration, especially in your thighs and calves. In addition, 100 grams of salmon provides about 20 grams of high-quality protein, plus vitamin B12, D, and selenium, all essential for keeping your neuromuscular system working in harmony. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found older adults who ate salmon or other fatty fish twice a week retained up to 27% more leg muscle mass compared to those who didn't eat fish. Margaret's transformation. 2 months later, Margaret returned with her eyes glowing. Doctor, I can get out of bed without holding on to anything. I even took my granddaughter's gator for a walk in the park without feeling tired. I smiled at her and said, your legs have found a new protector, omega-3s from salmon. Simple ways to add salmon to your breakfast. Pan-seared salmon. Cook for 3 to 4 minutes on each side with a little olive oil. Serve with steamed sweet potatoes or greens. Smoked salmon. Pair with whole grain bread, a few avocado slices, and boiled eggs for a quick, nutritious breakfast. Note, if you have trouble digesting fats, eat salmon in the morning on an empty stomach and start with small portions, 50 to 70 grams. My friend, age doesn't take away the strength in your legs. It's the days we forget to nourish them that do. Salmon isn't just a food, it's a sturdy shield that protects your muscles from the wear and tear of time. Let the omega-3s from the sea help your legs keep carrying you to your garden, the park, and mornings filled with the laughter of your grandchildren. Faruga, are you ready to try adding salmon to your breakfast too? Ice a week to protect your legs? Leave a comment. I'd love to hear your story. Are you ready? Tomorrow morning, are you ready to try a small portion of salmon to protect your legs? Leave a comment below. Your story might inspire someone else to take that first step. Have you ever woken up with a cramp in the middle of the night? A sudden sharp spasm in your calf that hurts so much you have to jump out of bed, massage it, and spend the rest of the night wide awake. I've heard this story from hundreds of patients. And you know what? The culprit is often an electrolyte imbalance, especially a lack of potassium, a key mineral for muscle health. Today, I want to introduce you to nature's electrolyte pill, the banana. A simple food, yet it can save your legs from cramps, tingling, and the quiet weakness that creeps in with time. Gladiator was a passionate hiker in his younger years, but recently his calves began to stiffen every morning. Doctor, sometimes I have to sit for a while before I can stand up. At night, my calves cramp so badly my wife has to massage them for me. When I asked about his breakfast routine, he sighed, I don't really eat breakfast, just black coffee before I start my chores. I told him gently, Paul, your body is like a parched field after a long night. Without replenishing electrolytes, your muscles will keep losing hydration and cramp. So I suggested something simple. Tomorrow morning, eat a small banana right after you wake up. It's simple, but it could change everything. Why are bananas nature's pill for muscles? A medium banana contains about 400 milligrams of potassium, nearly 10% of your daily needs. Potassium acts as a natural electrolyte, helping to keep your muscles contracting and relaxing smoothly, prevent misfired signals from nerves to muscles, the cause of cramps and spasms, improve blood circulation to your legs, making each step feel lighter. Bananas also provide vitamin B6 supports nerve signals from your brain to your muscles. Fashioned to clean soluble fiber helps stabilize blood sugar, reducing fatigue in your legs. Fend tutorial 2 mouse 36. A study from Harvard found is that 46 older adults who regularly ate bananas reduced their risk of nighttime leg cramps by 33% compared to those who ate fewer potassium-rich foods. Publication of the studies in standing that bud data and the encoding the anel, but specially stabilized not. Lock of data from making a ligas markercy. Publication of the website, Paul's Transformation. 3 weeks later, Paul returned to my clinic with a gentle smile. Doctor, I'm no longer waking up with leg cramps, and each morning, I get out of bed more easily. My legs, they feel young again. I smile back at him. Just one banana, Paul, but it's given your legs an entirely new day. Imagine this. Tomorrow morning, you peel a banana and take slow, mindful bites. Its gentle sweetness fills your mouth as your muscles soak up the hydration they've been craving after a long, dry night. Your legs begin to feel lighter, no more heaviness dragging you down. One small action, but the first step to stronger, healthier legs. How to eat bananas for stronger legs. Our legs after 60? Eat one small banana or half a banana if you have diabetes in the morning, ideally after your main breakfast to avoid sudden blood sugar spikes. If you have kidney issues or need to monitor potassium intake, consult your doctor before making bananas a regular habit. Combine bananas with oats or Greek yogurt for a complete nutrient-rich breakfast. My friend, your legs have carried you through life's many journeys, from your first steps to standing strong through life's storms. But if we neglect them each morning, they too will begin to falter. One banana, so small, yet a powerful reminder that you are caring for your legs so they can keep walking you to the places and people you love. Are you ready to try a banana tomorrow morning and give your legs the energy they deserve? Leave a comment below. Your story might touch someone else's heart. Did you know our muscles are like ancient trees? Without regular nourishment and care, they dry out and brew. Silently, slowly. At 60, many people think it's too late to restore muscle. But I've seen countless patients revive their legs through small, consistent changes to their breakfast routine. Today, I want to introduce you to a tiny but mighty ally, chickpeas, a sustainable source of plant-based protein that nourishes your muscles and helps you stand strong on your own 2 feet. Helen was a retired librarian. After leaving her job, she began noticing that every time she tried to get up from a chair, her legs felt locked in place. "Doctor, I have to push down on my knees with my hands just to stand up. Every step feels so heavy, like I'm carrying the weight of the world on my legs." When I asked about her breakfast routine, I wasn't surprised by her answer. "I usually have tea and a few slices of white bread. I never thought protein was important for older adults." I explained gently. "Helen, your muscles can't rebuild without the raw materials, and protein is the brick that rebuilds those weakened muscle fibers." So I suggested she try adding chickpeas to her breakfast, a small, simple bowl, rich in protein and minerals. 6 weeks later, she came back, her face glowing. "Doctor, I can get up from my chair so much more easily now, and I've even started walking around the neighborhood with my friends every morning." Why are chickpeas good for your muscles? Just 100 grams of cooked chickpeas contains 8.9 grams of plant-based protein to rebuild lost muscle tissue, iron and zinc to support oxygen delivery to your muscles, keeping them strong and resilient. Soluble fiber stabilizes blood sugar, preventing fatigue and supporting digestion. What's special is that chickpea protein digests slowly, allowing your body to absorb it gradually and nourish your muscles throughout the morning. A study from the British Institute of Geriatric Nutrition found adults over 60 who ate plant-based protein-rich breakfasts at least 4 times a week improved leg strength by 25% in just 8 weeks. Imagine this. Tomorrow morning, you take a small bowl of boiled chickpeas, sprinkle on a bit of Celtic sea salt, and add a few drops of lemon juice. A gentle aroma fills the air as you savor each bite, the nutty, slightly sweet flavor reminding you, this isn't just breakfast. This is a message to your legs, a promise of renewal, so they can keep carrying you through life's pathways and the small joys of each day. After 60, soak chickpeas overnight, then boil them for 20-30 minutes until soft. Eat about a half cup, 50 to 70 grams, in the morning with greens or whole grain bread. Or try making hummus and spread it over toast for variety. If you have gout or digestive issues, eat chickpeas in moderation. Commissioners. My friend, muscles don't vanish overnight, and they don't rebuild in a single day either. But with every nutrient-rich breakfast, every chickpea you eat, you're reclaiming strength and independence, bit by bit. Chickpeas, tiny, humble, yet a steadfast companion helping you walk steadily, no matter if you're 60, 70, or 80. Are you ready to try a small bowl of chickpeas tomorrow morning to strengthen your legs? Leave a comment. Your story could inspire someone else to begin. My friend, I've worked with thousands of patients over 60, and I've learned this. Aging itself isn't what we fear most. What we fear is believing we can no longer change. But believe me, your legs, after carrying you through millions of steps, can still be renewed. And it doesn't begin with intense workouts or expensive treatments. It begins with tomorrow morning. Unquestioned within 60 minutes of waking up. Don't let your body slip into catabolic mode, silently breaking down muscle for energy. A simple, nourishing breakfast is your shield against this hidden wear and tear. Add 3 to 5 minutes of gentle exercise. No gym needed. Stand in your room, lift one leg slightly off the ground for 10 seconds, then switch sides. Repeat 5 times. This small routine reawakens your neuromuscular system, restoring balance and confidence in every step. Begin with warm water and Celtic salt. A 250 ml glass of warm water with 1/5 teaspoon of Celtic sea salt replenishes electrolytes after 8 hours of sleep, easing heaviness and cramps in your legs. Welcome the morning sunlight. Just 5 minutes in early sunlight helps your body produce vitamin D, a vital nutrient for strong bones and flexible legs. This isn't a complex diet. It doesn't require superfoods or fancy routines, just small, consistent steps to help your legs regain strength and restore your independence, the most precious gift in your later years. My friend, remember, you're not growing weaker because of age. You grow weaker when you stop caring for yourself. Tomorrow morning, don't rush off with only coffee. Instead, eat a proper breakfast. Rehydrate with warm water. Do a few simple movements to wake up your legs and greet the sun and light as a promise to yourself. Today, I'll stand taller and walk stronger than yesterday, because life is most beautiful when you can walk it on your own 2 legs, strong, free, and confident. Always notice from Miss Short South you want to start of the moving from Miss Short says, why we can bait on the chariot to the ex Monday what your national do. Let's begin. Not tomorrow, not next week, but tomorrow morning. Which first step will you take to revive your legs? Leave your answer in the comments. I'll read every story, and I know your legs are waiting for you to give them a second chance. Speak. If you believe your legs deserve more care and love, hit subscribe right now. Here, I'll walk with you every morning, sharing insights, small habits, and uplifting stories to keep your legs strong, so every step you take feels steady and confident. And don't forget to turn on the bell notification so you never miss a single video, because your legs deserve to be a priority every single day.